Imagine a machine, a strange array of metal tubes pointed at the sky, capable of conjuring rain from a clear blue day, or dispersing storm clouds with a mere gesture. Sounds like science fiction, right? Yet, for Wilhelm Reich, the controversial psychoanalyst turned natural scientist, this wasn't fantasy. It was the Cloudbuster, a device he believed could harness the very fabric of life itself, Orgone Energy, to heal not just the human psyche, but the ailing atmosphere of our planet. But was it a stroke of genius, or the ultimate delusion that led to his downfall? Prepare to delve into one of the most enigmatic and fiercely debated chapters in Reich's life: his audacious quest to control the weather, and the cosmic forces he claimed to be battling. This isn't just a story about a bizarre invention. It's a deep dive into the nature of reality, the suppression of unconventional ideas, and the hidden energies that might shape our world in ways we're only beginning to comprehend. To truly understand the Cloudbuster, we must first immerse ourselves in Reich's revolutionary concept of Orgone Energy. For him, Orgone Energy was far more than a mere abstract idea. It was a palpable, omnipresent, cosmic life energy, the fundamental building block of the entire universe. It permeated every living organism, flowed through the very earth beneath our feet, and, crucially, saturated the atmosphere above us. Reich, with his keen observational skills, noticed that this energy, under certain conditions, could become stagnant, armored, and even deadly. He termed this mutated, pathological form of orgone as DOR, deadly orgone radiation. And it was Dory passionately believed that was responsible for a myriad of environmental and human ailments, ranging from desertification and urban smog to emotional rigidity, psychological distress, and even physical disease. He saw it as a pervasive energetic pollution, a cosmic shadow that stifled life. In his seminal work, Cosmic Organ Engineering, specifically within the detailed reports of Orop Desert Part 1, Spaceships, Door and Drought, Reich meticulously laid out his comprehensive theory of how atmospheric orgone energy behaved. He described it not as a static element, but as a dynamic, pulsating force, constantly in motion, capable of both expansive flow and restrictive contraction. He observed, for instance, how the formation of fog wasn't merely a meteorological phenomenon of water vapor condensation, but a direct manifestation of stagnant orgone energy. The Cloudbuster, therefore, was conceived and designed as a sophisticated tool to actively interact with this atmospheric orgone energy. It was never intended to be a rain-making machine in the conventional, mechanistic sense, but rather an instrument to strategically draw or disperse orgone energy, thereby influencing and guiding natural weather patterns. Imagine it less like a simple hose spraying water and more like an energetic lightning rod, precisely guiding the flow of an invisible, yet immensely powerful, cosmic current that permeates our very existence. Reich didn't just theorize, he experimented and documented. He detailed specific functions and operational protocols for the Cloudbuster in his extensive writings. For instance, in the appendix of Contact from Space, he meticulously outlined a set of rules to follow in cloud engineering. These weren't vague guidelines, but precise directives, such as, if you wish to remove door clouds, draw in direction of run-of-ore envelope. This implies a deep understanding, from his perspective, of the energetic currents in the atmosphere. He further instructed, if you wish to destroy clouds or to stop rain, aim at the center of heaviest clouds. This suggests a targeted approach to energetic manipulation. This highlights his precise, almost engineering-like approach to manipulating atmospheric orgone energy, viewing the atmosphere as a vast, energetic ocean, ripe for conscious interaction. His work was a radical departure from conventional meteorology, proposing a living, responsive atmosphere rather than a passive collection of gases. Here's where the plot thickens, and the lines between audacious scientific pursuit and shadowy government conspiracy begin to blur into an unsettling tapestry. A man who famously rejected the commercialization of his discoveries, never officially patented the Cloudbuster during his lifetime. He saw his work as a pure scientific endeavor, a quest for truth, not a means for personal profit. He preferred to disseminate his groundbreaking findings through meticulous research documents and publications from the Orgone Institute, believing in the open exchange of knowledge. Whispers of a secret appropriation of powerful, clandestine entities, studying, replicating, and perhaps even weaponizing his revolutionary technology behind impenetrable walls of secrecy. Consider this chilling parallel. In the decades following Reich's demise, numerous weather modification devices were indeed patented by various governments and powerful corporations. Take, for example, the seemingly innocuous U.S. patent for 1,686,605 titled Method and Apparatus for Altering a Region in the Earth's Atmosphere. While this patent makes no explicit mention of Reich or his concept of Orgone Energy, the very existence of such technologies developed in the shadows. Alongside the well-documented historical context of Reich's relentless persecution, the infamous burning of his books by the FDA and his eventual death in prison fuels a profoundly compelling and disturbing question. Was it mere coincidence, a parallel development, or a calculated, deliberate move to seize control of a technology deemed far too powerful, far too disruptive for public hands? The official narrative, propagated by mainstream science and media, consistently dismisses Reich's work as nothing more than pseudoscience, the ramblings of a madman. Yet, the persistent, almost obsessive interest in weather control, evidenced by declassified documents and strategic reports like the Air Force 2025 report on weather modification, which explicitly outlines climate control as a potential strategic weapon for future conflicts, begs for a far deeper, more critical examination. Could Reich's ideas about manipulating atmospheric energy have been secretly absorbed and used in classified projects like HAARP? That program actively manipulates the ionosphere in a way that's eerily similar to how Reich claimed to interact with Orgone Energy. The parallels are too striking to ignore, suggesting a hidden history of scientific appropriation and control. Now, you might be thinking, this is all fascinating, but what does any of this have to do with my life, my daily struggles, my personal reality? Well, consider this profound connection. Just as Reich believed, the vast external atmosphere could become stagnant and polluted, leading to devastating droughts and environmental decay. What about our own internal atmosphere? Haven't you experienced days, perhaps even weeks, or months, when your mind feels utterly clouded, heavy with an oppressive anxiety, or when your emotions feel parched and barren, like a desolate desert? Reich's groundbreaking work, even his most controversial and seemingly outlandish experiments, offers a remarkably powerful and resonant metaphor for our own energetic states, our psychological landscapes. If our thoughts, our emotions, our daily interactions, and even our subconscious patterns are constantly generating an energetic field around us, what kind of weather are we truly generating within ourselves? Are we, perhaps unknowingly, accumulating our own personal door through chronic stress, unresolved conflicts, emotional suppression, and the relentless bombardment of negative information? And if so, what would our personal cloudbuster look like? Perhaps it's the conscious, deliberate effort to clear our minds through meditation or mindfulness, to release deep-seated emotional blockages through therapeutic practices, or to actively cultivate a vibrant, flowing inner energy through creative expression and authentic connection. The cloudbuster, in this profound sense, transcends its physical form and becomes a potent symbol of our innate human desire, our yearning to control our environment, both external and internal, and to bring about a state of profound balance, vitality, and energetic freedom. It challenges us to become our own atmospheric engineers, clearing the internal skies for clarity and growth. Reich's claims were, to put it mildly, met with a torrent of skepticism, outright ridicule, and an almost visceral hostility from the scientific establishment and the public alike. Imagine, for a moment, the sheer audacity of trying to convince the entrenched scientific community that you could make it rain, or clear a smog-filled sky, with nothing more than a few metal tubes and a bucket of water. The very notion was deemed preposterous, an affront to conventional physics. Yet, Reich remained utterly unwavering. He conducted dozens, if not hundreds, of experiments, meticulously documenting his observations, convinced he was on the precipice of a revolutionary new understanding of atmospheric physics and the very nature of energy. He even claimed to have used the Cloudbuster to actively combat what he termed spaceships that were allegedly poisoning the Earth's atmosphere with DOR. Now, for the rational skeptics among us, these spaceships might sound like the definitive, undeniable proof of Reich's descent into madness, the final nail in the coffin of his scientific credibility. But what if, beyond the strictly literal interpretation, these were profound metaphors for something far more insidious? What if Reich, in his uniquely visionary and often misunderstood way, was attempting to describe unseen, malevolent forces, perhaps even pervasive societal and psychological pressures, that create a kind of energetic pollution, a door that systematically stifles human potential, suppresses authentic expression, and degrades environmental health? Perhaps the real spaceships Reich was battling were not extraterrestrial vessels, but the rigid, armored minds of his critics, the dogmatic institutions, and the prevailing paradigms of thought that were utterly unable or unwilling to comprehend a reality that extended beyond their established, comfortable boundaries. His Cloudbuster then transcends its physical form and becomes a powerful symbol of intellectual rebellion, a defiant stand against the intellectual drought of conventional, unimaginative thought. It represents the courage to challenge the status quo, to ask uncomfortable questions, and to seek answers in places others fear to tread. Whether you choose to believe in the literal, physical power of the Cloudbuster, or prefer to see it as a profound, illuminating metaphor for our internal and external realities. Reich's work undeniably forces us to confront deeply uncomfortable, yet vital, questions about our fundamental relationship with our environment, our complex emotions, and the unseen, often ignored forces that profoundly shape our reality. Are we merely passive victims of circumstance, buffeted by external forces beyond our control? Or do we possess an innate, untapped capacity to actively influence the weather of our lives and, by extension, the world around us? The Cloudbuster, in its very essence, is a powerful call to action, a profound challenge to look beyond the superficial, to question established norms, to dismantle intellectual dogma, and to courageously explore the hidden, subtle energies that truly govern our existence. If this journey into Reich's audacious vision has sparked a storm of thought in your mind, or perhaps cleared some lingering mental fog, we genuinely want to hear from you. Do you believe that invisible energies control the weather? Cast your vote and share your insights in the comments below. Your engagement fuels this vital conversation, and your insatiable curiosity helps us to continue exploring these silenced truths, these hidden histories. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell. Join our rapidly growing community of truth seekers, cosmic explorers, and conscious co-creators. Together, we can unravel the profound mysteries of the universe and unlock the full, boundless potential of the human spirit. Subscribe, share, and become an active part of this vital, ongoing conversation. The future of humanity and our true place in the cosmos depends on it. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next cosmic transmission. Don't just watch, become the change. Embrace the storm, clear the skies, and shape your own reality.